All right, Jesse Smithey here with Coach Greg Vandragriff from Lakeway Christian Academy. And Coach, there are a number of coaching changes in the area this year. We expected it to be quiet, but it was anything but. And you come from Georgia to take over at Lakeway Christian Academy. How's that going so far?
It's been interesting, let's say the least, you know. A lot of good people, the people are great, kids are great, the families are great, just the ball's not great just yet. And that's why they have a coaching change, right?
Yeah. So you come from a very successful run down in Georgia where there's so much respect sent towards high school football in Georgia, and you come back to East Tennessee where you're from Knoxville originally, and to take over a program that you kind of really have to build new roots for. And when in your vision, just like, I don't know, steps 1 through 10, what step are y'all on?
Maybe like 1.2, something like that. And it's a thing where, again, the team I left had 5 Division I players, number 9 tailback in the country, all quarterback just committed to Virginia Tech. So it's a thing where, I know what I left. And, you don't exactly know what you're stepping into, but you do know they're 1-9, and the best they've ever been is, I think, 5-5 in 5 years of football. And so it's a thing where, it's been honestly a little relaxing, because you got down there, you're expecting, sort of state championship game or bust kind of thing. Right. And so here, the relaxing part has been, there's not as much, stress on, everybody's appreciative that you're getting better, but it's, like I'm aggravated, because we're not where we should be or where I want us to be, and I know where we got to go. And so, again, it's just trying to temper your own expectations and take it one game at a time. We got a really good staff, so all that stuff's good.
Yeah, how much? I know there's no definitive answer for this, but you got new players that come into the program. You got new coaches that come in to join your staff. They have to gel. The players have to gel. How hard is it to be patient? And you can't really put a timeline on that, can you?
No, it's not aggravating, but it's an issue. You've got 10 coaches, maybe 2 of them coached together before, and you've got, again, we got quite a few transfers that came in, not expecting, had no idea they're coming, and so they're used to doing it their way, and then we're trying to do it a way because it's not like the Lakeway way. They don't know what that is, and so we're trying to get all that together. And so the thing I always say is this. Man, when that season starts, we're all getting in the boat and we're all rowing in the same direction. And, and if you just try to keep that mentality of, hey, look, we've left the shore, we're not going back, and we're just trying to get better.
Tell us a little bit about the personnel on the team, maybe some guys that you think we're going to be writing about on our side, or just, producers that we're going to hear a lot about.
We picked up a couple kids from the Congo, and really the thing about it is they're freaky athletes, but they're sort of freaky in their understanding of football too. It's equally as interesting sometimes. And one of the young man's named CDK. He's about a 6'3", 305 D tackle. It's a big kid. And then we have a PK Hordati is a slot for us. He does a really good job. Great kid. Speaks 7 languages, And then we have some kids again at Lakeway that are coming back, and our quarterback's going to be a sophomore, and he's just got to grow up a little bit. O-line. We only have 6 seniors, and so it's a thing where, again, whatever we are this year, we'll be that much next year, because we only have 3 starters that are seniors. And so, again, it's hard for me to not be aggravated, and I need to not be aggravated. I need to be excited because they're excited, and just our excitement's different.
Last thing with you, and I appreciate you joining us here tonight here at the FirstBank Jamboree at Carson-Newman. We talked about you growing up. You're a Halls kid, kind of grew up there in North Knoxville. When you came back to East Tennessee, was there an old school place that you enjoyed growing up, a place to eat or somewhere you wanted to go? Like, has there been a place that you went back to?
Well, growing up is really when Litton's sort of just started.
Okay.
It's about 35 years ago. And so just that whole Litton's thing, watching that grow, I've been there. Like, my daughter plays volleyball at Eastern Kentucky. My son was quarterback at Kentucky, and so cutting through, we'd drop off and go to Litton's every now and then, and so again, that was always a place. Where my sister lives here, I'd meet her. I had to meet at Litton's, so that's the one place and Louis, Louis Spaghetti, the old one. So those 2 places, the place I always go back to.
Well, Greg, thanks so much for joining us on the show, and best of luck to you guys this season in 2025.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.